Hi everyone, welcome to Beauty Book Dolly, back to our Facebook Live on our Hero Beauty products. And this week we are delighted to be joined by Maria. Maria is from No Spring Chicken, which is a skincare, makeup, beauty, general blog. And she's very active on Instagram and on Facebook as well. So Maria has picked out her 6 Hero Beauty products, and they're brilliant. I can't wait to hear all about them. But maybe before we get stuck into those, Maria, it might be interesting to give people a bit of background on how you try new products all the time. How you got so invested in beauty, and what your favorite things are, and how your blog started, and a bit about that, if that's okay.
Yeah, no problem. I have been beauty obsessed since I was basically born. My mum was into her beauty products, and I used to steal everything on her and steal her makeup and all. So I've always been totally obsessed with products. I'm an advertiser's dream. So if somebody says it's going to make me look 10 years younger, I'm on that. So I buy everything. So I worked in Today FM for 22 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Very long time. And while there, I was still obsessed with beauty, but I would just do the girls' makeup in work, or I'd give them little mini facials and all that kind of stuff, and recommend products, and usually give them half of them when they didn't work out for me. And I talked about doing a blog for a while because kind of figured, sure, why not? I couldn't find anything that was really for me. I'm 43 this year. I was looking at all these beautiful girls, and they're absolutely fabulous, but what worked on them obviously wasn't going to work on me. So I kind of figured I'd give it a go. So I took a redundancy last year, and while I was on gardening leave, I just started to write the blog, and it's kind of taken off from there in a nutshell.
Where Today FM was, because I used to work really near there as well, you're just surrounded by temptation all day, every day. All the best beauty shops are there, right?
Well, basically, I got to the stage where I used to go in, and if I didn't have a meeting with clients, or I wasn't going out to lunch with anyone, I would walk down to Brown Thomas and Space NK, and it got to the stage where they knew my name. So that's
yeah. And for that, you've a moment of pride, and then a huge moment of worry that you need to start stopping.
I know. And I'd bring all the girls down from work. They'd be like, "Oh, my skin's dry," and I'm like, "Come on, we're off to space." And my husband's like, "What's all this on the credit card? Space." I'm like, "That's Space NK." And yeah, he's like, "You're spending the same as a mortgage." I'm like, "Not really, am I?" So yeah,
the things that you buy, and this is why it's great to do the Hero Beauty products, because we find what products people really love. But products can be really, really small and are so expensive. So it does really matter that you're using the right ones, and that you get the right advice.
Well, I found there were friends of mine, and they were going to get a facial or something, and they were being but they were being sold huge amounts of products and spending hundreds and hundreds of euro, and it just wasn't working for them. And for me, it drives me demented if I buy something and it doesn't work. So I want to save people doing that. I have spent so much money on products over the years that I kind of feel, if I can kind of say to people, you can buy this, but if you buy this, you could have actually bought 2 of these, or actually don't buy 5 cheap products, buy 1 really good one.
Yeah.
That were worth 10 times better for you. So
yeah,
I suppose that's the main thing for me, is that it's honesty, because there have been some beautiful products that I have tried and I have given away to people because they just didn't work for me. Doesn't mean that they're crap. It just means that my skin tone, you'll see now from the way the light is dodgy, I get an oily T-zone.
Okay.
Hydration on my cheeks. So you have to make sure that you're buying for the right type of skin tone that you have, or skin type that you have. So I give very honest reviews, and I won't say something is good if I don't think it is. So I buy everything myself anyway. So I'm not that famous that I get sent a load of free stuff. But
someday soon.
Be very honest. But I do. I wouldn't. It wouldn't be fair to tell somebody to go buy something for 80 quid. When they can barely afford it, but they want to make the investment, and then it not work for them. That's
and it is really frustrating when that happens, when you're really excited about something and then you're just like, this is crap. So it's really good phosphate. Okay, so I think that's a brilliant segue, if that's the right word, into your beauty products are. Just so we have some live viewers, so Emma Kearney's on and said hi, Maria. And if anybody who is watching has any questions or comments or whatever, I can see them as they come up. So type them in, comment away. I'll keep an eye on those while Maria is.
Am I still looking at you okay there, Fiona, and I'm not looking up at the sky?
No, I can see you perfectly. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Cool. Brilliant. Okay, so we get started and hear about your first product.
So I have 3 skincare products and I have 3 makeup products.
Perfect.
I could have gone with 25 of each, but we'll just go with the 3 for the moment because everybody has to get to bed eventually. So my first one here, if you can see it, is the Midnight Recovery Cleansing Oil from Kiehl's. So this is a botanical cleansing oil, and it contains a lot of essential oils, and it contains something called squalene. So squalene is kind of a natural emollient that will lift off the kind of the surface of the skin very gently. This cleanser is just, it's one I always repurchase. This one and the Emma Hardy cleansing balm are 2 that I always repurchase. It takes makeup off like a dream. But I try not to use it for taking makeup off because it's like 30 odd euro. I don't want to be, lashing it all on to take off my 17 layers of mascara. So I'd rather use micellar water for the makeup and then use this as my second cleanse. And that's what I tend to do. But I buy this over and over and over again. And I absolutely love it. Anyone I've recommended it to, they love it too. It just, a couple of pumps, rub it on your skin, just feels amazing. It doesn't strip the skin. It's non-pore clogging. It's for all skin types. It doesn't irritate. There's nothing good or nothing bad that I can say about this. It's all good.
And so do you then use a flannel when you're removing it from your face after you've worked it in and you got rid of them?
Yeah. If I am using it to take off makeup, what I'll tend to do is I will get a good few pumps and I will give myself a little mini facial massage, and I'll really work in, and then I will leave it for a few minutes while I brush my teeth, put on my pajamas, and then by the time it's ready to come off, it just glides off. So I get a really, really, really wet flannel, just squeeze it out a bit, put it on the face, and another little massage, and it's all gone.
Okay.
All gone. That was brilliant.
Yeah. And interestingly, actually, the I can't remember, was it either the concentrate, the serum, or the eye concentrate came up as a Hero Beauty product a few weeks ago. So that's like the first time that we've had 2 connective products come up in the same from different people. So that's a good one.
That Kiehl's Midnight Recovery range is beautiful. They have a lovely oil as well, but there are other oils I love too. So I don't really tend to repurchase it, but with the cleansing oil, gets bought all the time. So
perfect. Brilliant.
That's number 1.
That's the first.
I feel like the TV host. And number 2, so this one I literally will not be without, no matter what. I'll be using this on my deathbed.
So I've never tried this. I can't wait to hear about it.
This is one, my sister Pam, I was like, if you're going to buy something, because she was venturing into not just using face or shower gel on her face. There's a few of them. Grania, if you're watching, you're another one. The Peter Thomas Roth Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. Now, this mask is not for the faint-hearted. If you've sensitive skin, stay away from it, because it smells of pumpkins, as you would expect. But the way this works is it is full of pumpkin enzymes, which, if you can imagine, nearly like a little Pac-Man going in and attacking all of the top layers of your skin. Okay. And it loosens all the cells by chemically doing it as opposed to rubbing it. So what you do is you put it on your dry skin, you dampen your fingers a little bit, and then you rub all around. Then you leave it for a maximum of 7 minutes. So you can see it's quite potent if you can only leave it for 7 minutes. I get a little bit of redness and sensitivity around here, so I tend to avoid that area because it aggravates it. But when you take it off, it's literally like new skin. It's amazing. And it lasts forever. I got it on Cult Beauty. I bought this on Cult Beauty, and it's about 60 odd quid. So it's not cheap. But like when I say I've had this about 2 years, and once you keep resealing it, it's so good. But it's my second one. Since the day it came out and I read about it, it's nearly gone now, actually, now that I'm saying it's 2 years old. Sounds gross, but it still smells like pumpkin, so it's fine. But it has what you would call, I won't get this wrong now, alpha hydroxy acid, which is a kind of a natural acid that comes from something like sugar, like glycolic, or lactic, which is a milk derived one, and it just gets right into the pores and just cleans everything out. I do that about once a week, and the next day my makeup goes on literally like a baby's bum. Not that you put makeup on a baby's bum, but you know what I mean.
As close as we can get to it.
As close as we can get to a baby's bum. Exactly. So that if you ever just want to clean the hell out of your skin and have it feel good, get that baby. I think it's in Space NK now in town as well, or you can buy it, as I said, on Cult Beauty. So yeah.
And
Good.
Marie, can I ask you if you, you know, like I'm trying to think of the name, like the pads, the acid pads that everybody uses in the evenings all the time, like
Yeah.
the Fab, First Aid Beauty, those ones, or like the
Oh,
Pick
yeah.
Glow, or so is that like somewhat similar, except a kind of a stronger version that you don't use that often, or is
Yeah.
it, you know? And I assume if you're using one, you're not going to use the other.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you wouldn't double up when you're using that. That's your only acid for the night. You don't want to completely destroy your skin, so just
Yeah.
keep that as one acid. So when it comes to, say, like the glycolic pads, they like this one has AHA, so it has glycolic, it has lactic, it has a bit of everything in it. Whereas the pads are usually just one type of acid, like a glycolic. So a glycolic is going to resurface the skin. It's not necessarily going to do all that the Peter Thomas Roth mask does, if that makes sense. So it's kind of your hardcore 3-in-1, all your acids thrown at your face in one, and that's why it's not great for sensitive skin. But once you're not like super sensitive, I would say start off maybe for 2 or 3 minutes and then take it off. Maybe don't go for the full 7 on the first try. Like I said, because it is a strong acid, but it's brilliant. It's just really amazing. Love it. Best mask ever.
That's gone straight on my must-have list.
Yeah. I hope you love it now.
Yeah. I hope I don't have a reaction to it as well. So I'll take it.
Exactly. To go very gently.
Yeah.
Very gently.
Yeah.
Bathing is good, but anyway.
Baby's bum, that's what we're aiming for all the time.
Yeah. Baby Gar's head to toe, that's what we want.
Okay. And so just say hi to Bernadette King. She's joined us as well. So welcome, Bernadette. Great to have you. So we go on to your third product.
Yes. My third one when it comes to skincare is this beauty, which is, sorry, I'll get the camera correct here. Can you see that all right? Sunday Riley Good Jeans. I'm sure anyone who likes their skincare has heard about this. This is the best instant serum that I've ever tried. So like there's serums and there's oils and all, and after 2 or 3 weeks you start to notice a difference. This I noticed overnight when I got it. It's lactic acid, which is my favorite type of acid to use. It's not as harsh as the majority because it comes from milk. Sorry, my cat's trying to get up on my products. Go away. So it's derived from milk, so it's a little bit more gentle, but it really gets into the fine lines and wrinkles. You know the Angry 11s, you know this Angry line? Yeah. That instantly the next day looks smoother when I use this. It is amazing. It's said to resurface the skin for clarity, radiance, and all of that. But I basically, every product I try, it gets the test of the line in the middle of the eyebrows here. Yeah. And if it's smooth out in any way, shape, or form, it's a winner. Now, the problem with this is I'm very angry at them because they're actually there's some formulation of the lactic acid that doesn't now comply with the regulations in Europe. So they're actually replacing the lactic with glycolic. And I have enough glycolic products, so it'll still be sold in America. So I'll have to just have it shipped over there somehow. I don't know how yet, but I will find a way. But it's amazing. So I'm using it sparingly at the moment.
Okay. I was just saying that's happening with more and more products, isn't it? That the US version is different than the European version, and it's the US version that everybody loves and has made the products what they are.
And that's the thing. In fairness, it's not like there's anything wrong as such with the products. It's that the regulations in the EU versus America are ever so slightly different. So if the ingredient list differs, they won't let it in. Or it's the reason why a few brands that you'd see in Sephora, like your Tatcha and all of those kind of ones, took ages to come over to this side of the world because they had to reformulate some of the products that they were actually using because they couldn't use them over here. So it's not that it'll do any harm to your skin. It's just whatever the regulations are, they just can't seem to get their act together to marry things up, which is very annoying for me because I love my good jeans. But like I said, I will find a way to get it somehow.
And how do you use that, Maria? Obviously you cleanse, all the makeup is gone. Would you put good jeans on straight then after that? And then do you put anything on over it? Or how do you find it works best?
So the best way I find it works is that you do your double cleanse and just make sure that your skin is perfectly clean. And then I apply that. You can apply 1 pump and leave it on overnight. Or you can do, if you were going out for the night, you could do 2 or 3 pumps, put it on and leave it on like a mask. But I think that's a waste, taking it off after 20 minutes. I'd rather leave it on. So I always do it at nighttime. I'll put a pump on, and then I let it all sink in for about 10 minutes, and then I'll follow with just a light moisturizer or maybe a little bit of nighttime oil or something like that, but nothing too crazy. I like to let that do its work. Okay. And that's how I find it works best. But it's a brilliant, brilliant serum. It's so good. It's expensive.
Yeah.
But you only need a tiny bit. It's like 85 quid. So, and you get like, 30 mils, 1 ounce. Like, you know what I mean? You're not going to be taking this all the way down to the boobs. You're going to be finish around here and just make sure it works on the face.
Not the money shot.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's amazing. It's amazing. And I always stock up. I've never not had that since I started really getting into really good skincare. The minute I got that, it's always in my cabinet. So, no, it's great.
And I know I can imagine your cabinet is ginormous with a mountain of products in it. But how often would you think people should use that? Is it probably too strong to use every night, or would it be best once a week?
I could use it every night. The very first time I used it, I was like, "Oh, that's tingly," and it actually took me a couple of goes. So I used it probably twice a week. But now I could put it on every night and I don't feel any tingle. So your skin needs to acclimatize to it a little bit. Okay. And once it does, it works beautifully. But you do need to just with anything that's active and anything that has an acid in it, it's not going to burn, but it is there to loosen up the kind of skin cells that are sitting on top of your face that are, they're dead and they need to be gotten away, and normal cleansing won't work. And that's what they're there for. So they are going to be a little bit more potent than your cleansers or whatever. So just be mindful and make sure that whatever it is that you're using, you're not going hell for leather and just, dipping your face in it every 5 minutes to try and take the ears off, because that's not going to work.
No. Yeah. That's going to get extreme all together. So then once you have gorgeous skin where the baby's bums are all over the place, onto the makeup products, So you picked out a couple of your favorites there.
Yes, I do. And I'm going to start off with this that has become my very, very favorite foundation. Can you see that? It's well loved and well worn. It's the It Cosmetics CC cream.
Yeah.
When I first heard about the CCs and the BBs, I was like, that's no coverage for me, because I like a decent amount of coverage. Not to be cakey, but I do like a decent amount of coverage. But I bought this on QVC UK because it's the only way that you can get it over this side of the country, or into Ireland at the moment, although they are coming into Boots apparently. But this is a factor 50.
Yeah.
So it is your UVA, your UVB, and it's also a color correcting, and it says it's full coverage. I would say it's more medium, but it's really, really beautifully, it's beautifully smooth, and you're able to build it, no problem at all. And it was developed with plastic surgeons apparently to go over people's face who'd had maybe, hardcore laser treatment and stuff. Yeah. But it is a beautiful foundation. I absolutely love it. It's nearly gone. And even though I've got about 50 foundations, I'm still going to buy it again. So it's an all-in-one. You don't need to worry about your sunscreen.
Which is the brilliant thing about it. Like, it's proper SPF in it, isn't there? What do you use to put it on? Do you use a brush, a beauty blender, your fingers? What do you find works best?
Beauty blender for all my foundations. I for some reason I have I've kind of got a bit of texture on my cheeks.
Yeah.
If I use a brush, it just kind of like drags over it and it just doesn't look right. So what I just tend to do is I'll put a really quick light layer on with the beauty blender, and then I'll take a little bit more, and wherever I need extra coverage, I'll just pat it on. But it's a beauty blender for me all the time. My fingers, I just think the oils, some people love it, but I personally don't. So I'd rather use a beauty blender, and that works for me. So
okay. Yeah. That's really interesting, because I got that CC cream, I think it was probably last summer, because loads of the UK bloggers at the time were talking about it, and I got and the SPF 50 was brilliant, and so I got it for like days from you. I thought like that you won't want to wear too much makeup, but you want a bit when you're going out for coffee or whatever. And the first few times I used it, I just couldn't get on. Like, I didn't see what the fuss was about. I didn't like it at all. I really didn't like it. And I have pretty dry skin, so I thought it would be good for that because it's pretty glowy. So I thought it would work. And then I just forgot about it and went to the back of the drawer or whatever. And a couple of months later, I think I pulled it out, for some reason, and I love it again since. And this happens to me a fair bit. And I don't know what it was. Like, I'm not sure, am I putting it on differently, or did I just have different expectations? But I think it's a great one as well. It's great, and it smells lovely, which is a really good thing.
It smells very nice. It does actually. It smells gorgeous and fresh. No, it's so nice. I do the same thing. I will use things and go, that's crap, and I'll put it to the back of the cupboard, and then I'll go, oh, I've nothing else. I'm going to try it, and before you know it, I love it again. So I think we're all like that.
Yeah, and I think small things do make a difference. Like if you use a brush over a beauty blender or whatever, you know, like I'd be like, if you know, when it doesn't work, forget about it. But like I need to tell myself, just try use it a different way, and it might be what you expect then. So not to give up too quickly. So yeah.
That's absolutely it. And do try it with different things. But over the years, I love the beauty blenders. I think they're brilliant.
Yeah, I know
really,
they are.
Really, yeah.
Okay.
So that's that. So number 2 on the makeup side of things is a concealer. And there we are. And this is the Tarte Shape Tape. This concealer is just amazing. It covers absolutely everything. It's quite thick. Not everybody likes a thick concealer. I personally love it. I shear it out with a beauty blender. I put it under my eyes, around my nose. I do it in my little T-zone. You could actually use this as a foundation. Now, this is too light to use as a foundation because that's the one for under my eyes when I've got the bags. But it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's another one that I won't be without. Can't even speak today. I won't be without, and I'll always have it. And that's another one I got on QVC UK. This is not an ad for QVC UK, but the amount of beauty products they have there, and they've deals, and it's brilliant, and they deliver within a couple of days. So that's always on my list as well to repurchase. So perfect. I went to buy it last night. It was out of stock, but it's brilliant. It covers absolutely everything. I'll see if I can show you a little bit actually there in the hand.
I've never used this one, so it'll be brilliant.
It's very light. Now I put a bit of fake tan on my hand.
Okay.
And I made a bit of a balls of it, so excuse me there. But if you just see, the coverage is amazing. It's really, really good coverage.
It blends in really easily as well by the look of it.
It does. It blends really easily, and it goes beautifully under the eyes. And if you have redness, especially because I get it, as I was saying, red around here and a bit in my cheeks, covers completely.
Okay.
It's really, really good. That's another one that I will not be without. That's a staple as well.
And Maria, for those of us though, these creases under our eyes, I assume it's one of the better ones for not sitting in them, is it? Or
you know what? When it comes to concealer under your eyes, look, the bottom line is I get asked all the time, how do I avoid the creasing and wrinkles? And the bottom line is, as we age, we've no choice but to accept them. So you try and keep them at bay as much as possible, but always blend it out, usually with a beauty blender, and then immediately apply a little bit of powder just to set it. Because if you leave it will start to crease. So do set it immediately, and that usually is the best thing for holding on to it. But I find that a really good one because I get kind of oily around the eyelids and around the eyes. So for me, it works perfectly. If you were a little bit kind of drier, something along the lines like the NARS one, the new one in the pot, but it's not so new now. The NARS soft matte concealer.
Yeah.
Even though it says matte, it's actually really not that matte.
Yeah.
If you're super dry, you could try Glossier. Glossier's concealer I think would work on super dry skin.
Okay.
I can't get slides all over my face, but that's because I have oily T-zone and oily eyes. So I put it on and it literally dribbles down. It's ridiculous. But if you were really super dry, it would probably work for you. So
that's mad that you said that. Actually, that's another one that I bought because everybody was talking about it. Used it once, and I just didn't like. I didn't like the Glossier one. I don't know, and I don't think I've used it since. So I must go now and give it a proper try tomorrow.
Well, you know what? I would use it on someone with dry eyes and eyelids and stuff. But for someone like me, I couldn't get on with it, and I still look at it. And even when I put it on I'll put it on the back of my hand, and I'm like, oh, it's just greasy.
Yeah,
it's just not for me. But I think if you've kind of really dry skin, it would probably work for you.
Okay, perfect, brilliant. Okay, and is this your final product? I think it might be
my final product. My God, we flew through these. My final product. I've picked one particular color in this brand, but to be honest, I absolutely adore all of her lipsticks, and that is Charlotte.
Yeah,
Charlotte Tilbury. I have so many of her lipsticks, and I adore them all. My favorite dark color is the Love Liberty, but I was certain. I don't know about you, but I find it really hard to get a nice nude. The majority of them make me look like I'm either dead or my head is just an egg because my lips completely disappear, or else they look a bit yellow or a bit, you know what I mean, just off. So I always need something a bit of pink with a bit of a blue undertone, and this one, which is the Duchess. I'm actually wearing it.
Newer ones, isn't it?
That's one of the newer ones, so you could only buy it online with the other two, and it's just such a pretty colour. I don't know if you can see it there. And is that the one
that you're wearing now, Maria?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, it's lovely.
It's a really nice colour, and so I find myself, I just reach for it every day. It's a real everyday one, or it's gorgeous with a really, really dark smoky eye and lots of eyelashes.
Okay.
But I love all her stuff. I want everything. I love all her stuff. It's just so glamorous.
And even the packaging is just beautiful. Like when you pick it up to use it, you're like, oh, I love this.
I know.
And they're really good products as well.
They're really good products. And I have to say, I adore her moisturizer, but I think it's too expensive for what it is. Like, it's €90. And even though the pot looks big, like, the moisturizer is tiny in it. And I think for a moisturizers aren't really active. They're only there to seal in the goodness that you've put into your skin with serums and oils. And I think paying €90 for a moisturizer is just a little bit too much when you could get probably 2 or 3 good ones for the same.
Yeah.
So it's a shame, but I love it.
Yeah, the lipsticks are great because I find lipsticks, it's really hard to get the balance between one that's hydrating but that the colour lasts. You know, it doesn't fall off every time you do something. Hers are brilliant. They don't sit between your, like, they don't sit in all the cracks in your all the cracks in your lips, and they don't like go as soon as you do anything. They're really good balance between both of those.
Yeah, no, they are. They're brilliant. And her mattes are not even that matte. They're really comfortable to wear, and they're beautiful. I'd have all her collection now, but they're expensive too. But still, I think
they're
like,
and do you
take that? That's like, woo.
Yeah. Do you wear a lip liner with it, or do you just bung it on its own?
I do a bit of both. Depends. During the day, I'll just bung it on. But if I'm in effort, I'll do the little lip liner and stuff. Her Pillow Talk is lovely. I use Rimmel ones as well. Rimmel nude ones are really great, and I'll just usually colour in all my lip and then put it on top. Tends to last a little bit longer. What are lip liners? I have a load of them, but I'm just a bit lazy sometimes because I'll do my face and then I'll go, my lips, and I'll just throw it on and run out the door. So doing the lip line, I don't bother with so much.
And lipstick is the one thing that you can do in the car, or you can do like literally when you're at the mirror at the front door. It doesn't have to have everything around you to do it, so it does get kind of lip liner.
Yeah, and a colour like that as well. I actually have like sat and people laugh at me. Well, my friends, anyone watching this will know the drunker I get when I'm out, the more lipstick gets applied. So I will literally and I'll be talking to people and I'll be like, and this is one of the ones that actually is fine. It's not great when it's a red lip then, because I end up with it all around here, and then the girls are like, you need to stop drinking now because your lipstick is literally all over your face.
But you're at your best. You've never looked any better.
I think I'm fabulous. I've got a gin and tonic in hand and I've got lipstick all over my face, and I think I'm a supermodel. So for me, it works.
You're Beyonce.
Oh God, don't get me started on the dancing. I'm also Beyonce.
Oh, aren't we all?
Love stuff. I know. No, I'm really not. But yeah, so that's all of them. That's the lot.
They were fantastic. They were such different products, and they're all ones that everybody wants to try. So thank you so much, Maria. And Chloe and Anne joined us towards the end as well. So guys, thanks a million for watching us. Maria, so your beauty blog is called No Spring Chicken, and you know Spring Chicken. And on Instagram, Facebook, you can be found on the same name as well, right?
Actually, I'm at _ No Spring Chicken. Somebody had No Spring Chicken, so I had to add the underscore. How very dare they? So I'm at _ No Spring Chicken on Instagram. So I do a lot of live tutorials. I do a lot of live removing your makeup, skincare routines. Get it right, Maria. And I chat a lot of shite as well. But if you want to come over and follow me there, feel free.
Brilliant. And Emma said she loves this and she needs more products next time. So we'll have to
advertise dreams. I said all I have to do is look at it and go, I need that. I need it. I need it now.
It'll change my life. Maria, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And everybody Thanks very much as well. It was great to have you all along. And we'll be back next week. I'll schedule it during the week. Maria, thank you. I can't wait to try some of those products, especially the mask. I'm dying to see how it works. So thanks, man.
Yeah, go for it.
Brilliant.
Bye.
Great to have you. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone.